Okay, so I feel really bad right now. I have been playing, I don't know, 20 minutes. Thought I was live streaming. Somehow the live stream didn't actually start. So, what's going to happen here is I'm going to restart the game. And I'm going to attempt to say what was already said all over again. There. Oh, there it is. I need to pin that for a moment. I need to make sure it's still capturing correctly. 60 frames per second? No. Where is it? No, I'm seeing 3.5 frames per second. It's going up and down. Why? Because GPU usage is too high? What the? It's 63 right now. Huh. Like right now it's fine. I'm seeing 60 solid. Is it the motion controllers? No. I mean, it seems fine now, so let's just get out of here. And I'm going to do this all from the beginning again. And I also don't want this getting in my way. I do kind of want to see it still. But I don't need it pinned, I don't think. Just available for me. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is Xing, the Land Beyond. This is a virtual reality puzzle adventure experience that I purchased probably about 15 minutes after discovering it existed. Once I looked at it, once I saw what kind of game it was, read like a couple reviews on the Steam page, I was sold. But I did want to at least see the game in action, so I did do a little bit more research before making my snap decision on this game. And I decided to look up some video reviews on YouTube, and I noticed that Nathy, who is a favorite of Stereo 3D Productions, had a hour-long review as the video said. Let me tell you, you can't do an hour-long review on a puzzle adventure game. It's impossible to do it without spoiling the puzzles or the adventure. So, I didn't watch that one. But what I did watch was a review or two from people that had played it not in virtual reality. I will be speaking about one of those later. And I had seen enough to buy the game on sale, half off. So I have played through this game twice before. The first time was the night that I got it, to check it out. Second time was a few minutes ago when I thought I was streaming, and let's make sure that I still am. No, don't quit. We're still live, okay. So, the cool thing about it, though, is I realized I was not streaming before I got to anything that was actually new experience. The thing that sucks about it is I'm going to have to say everything I said again, but maybe this time I can do it better. So I'm going to have to do this again, which is... So I played 30 minutes talking to myself for no purpose. So let's start here. This is the main menu. I'm in a real world. It's a beautiful world. And I've got my mic right there. But I'm sitting back from the camera from the desk this time, because I am playing the game, as you have seen, motion controllers, which are supported by this game, as well as mouse and keyboard, gamepad. You can stand, you can sit, as I am going to be doing. You can do room scale, you can move around. It is fully and completely supporting of all gameplay styles as of 2018. That is amazing. That is incredible, actually. There's quite a lot to say about this game's VR support. Let's start with settings. I've already set my graphics to basically maximum. The game runs like a beaut. Like an absolute beaut. Let's go to the VR settings. Quick turn them out. Joystick movement. Touch only movement. Adaptive pixel density. The FOV filter, which I assume is the like if you're turning, then you get the black shit. But I can't actually turn on the main menu, so never mind. The height offset, which is going to come into play, I'll talk about that later. And those are you can also turn on and off VR in the game. And yeah, so this menu is a 3D object in space. It's very slick, very nice looking. Very easy to use. Mouse and keyboard or touch controllers. Oh, and you can play mouse and keyboard. I don't remember if I said that. So here, when we start a game, we have to choose wisely what our sign will be, our spirit animal. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but it says choose wisely. The game just froze up. What the hell? What's going on? Still streaming. That's what I care about most, I suppose. Alright, so they've got quite a selection of animals here, and they do have some really relevant animals. They've got Equus. I know someone who would appreciate that. They've got Canis, for those dog lovers out there. If you love bears, there's Ursus. Felis, for cat lovers. Rhinos. Rabbits. Cetus, I guess that's some sort of whale. And they've also got wolves. Wolves are being represented as lupus. Personally, I find the tigress to be an attractive option. Let's play. Alright, so here's the loading screen. Virtual reality loading screen. Alright. Here, it instructs you on how to move with the default motion controller setup. And it is correctly detected I'm using Oculus Touch. So let's go over the controls real quick. I want you to understand the controls as much as I do. So I'm going to explain them in full. First thing is to move, point the left controller towards the desired destination and hold left trigger. So, whatever direction I point towards, doesn't matter where I'm looking, that is where I will go. To reorient, point the right controller in the desired direction and press right trigger. Okay. So, let's say I'm looking straight ahead, but I want to be looking to my right. Point over there, right trigger. I'm now facing that direction. I want to face back that way. There we go. I want to look around or effectively turn around. I point behind me. Click. I'm looking behind me now. Very nice and easy setup. So, one of the things about the reorientation one of the little quirks about it is if you are looking in a direction that is not forward, which this issue that I'm going to be talking about applies mostly to playing seated. It doesn't really make as much difference if you're standing or doing room scale. But as a seated player, this makes a difference. So if I'm looking towards the right, I take my controller, my wand, and I point that way. I reorient. Now I'm seeing what I was pointing at as my orientation, where I'm looking frontwards. But, as you can see, I'm still physically looking to the right. And if I turn and look towards the front, now I'm looking in a totally different direction. Now that's fine. That's logically how it should work. If I want to look at that doorway there, and I'm looking this way, I want to be looking at it immediately. And that's what the game does. But then I look and recenter myself, and it's like, whoa, now I'm looking at something that I wasn't interested in at all. But for some reason, my brain intuitively thinks that when I reorient, that should be like the player center, the center of the player. But that doesn't really matter with this control setup, because even if I'm looking off this way, I can still move in any direction at will relative to the way I'm looking using the move system of the game. So it's taken me a little bit to get used to. I'm still trying to get used to that, but if you're standing, it's just going to be completely natural. It's not really going to matter. All right. Just take a quick look at this over here. I don't really know where to place the mic, honestly. It probably should be on my left side since I'm right-handed. It'd be less intrusive there, but I don't know. Alright, so we've got a pedestal here. It looks like it's got a hole for receiving some object of power. Presumably, it's going to unlock this door, which will take us to another world. Now, this is an issue that I want to speak about now. You can't tell right now, but I am actually way too close to the ground. I'm like kneeling right now, which is why this pedestal appears to be pretty tall when it's really not. You can't really tell the ground because it's just a white void. But once we go over this way, we see a portal to another world. This is the same illusion effect that we've seen before in Hellblade, and we've seen it in the Stanley Parable. In a certain section, I saw a video recently where they had a very similar thing, where you look on one side or another of some object in the foreground and the background will change. And this is changing in virtual reality, 3D. It's like a real portal. Let's step through it. We've stepped through. Now you can tell that I'm really short. The ground is way too close. The guardrails of the bridge are way too tall. That's because my height is incorrect. Let's go to the settings and change the height offset back to 50. The only real problem I've had with this game on a technical level, or any level at that so far, is that height offset gets reset every time you load a game, every time you load into a new map, new area. And you gotta continuously go back into the settings to fix it. That's lame. So, we are on a world of floating rocks. We got rocks nicely bobbing up and down. Nice skybox. And we encounter some nice particles in the air. Got some magical wisps undulating through the environment. These are actually 3D particles as well, those wisps. Not just a sprite. Some nice foliage. Foliage is always fantastic to view in stereoscopic 3D. Got quite free movement across this area. Do have a jump, but we'll look at that later. You can go down in here even. You can even go for a dive. But you just come right back. It's a chilled out game. It's a relaxed game. No need to worry about things attacking you, which is probably not the type of game I should be playing on Halloween night. This is the game that I wanted to start getting into, and I actually had the energy and wherewithal to do it tonight, so play this for an hour or two. Hopefully I won't vomit like the last 3D gaming, VR gaming session I had where I literally threw up. Yeah, we won't talk about that. Got some strange signposts in unfamiliar language. I don't know how to read it. And there's several of them around here too. Pass through this area. Fire is fake as hell. Especially when you look at it from this angle. And it's just completely wrong. But that's pretty much the only thing that's not legit that I've noticed so far is this. They're using a sprite for the fire. Alright, B to jump. Uh-huh. Get a fancy little bridge animation. We'll pass through there in a moment. First, I want to speak about some of the more advanced things with the movement. So, if you remember the VR options Joystick movement was an option, but it was disabled. That is the default setting. Everything there was default except for the height. So I'm using the default perambulation method for the game. I choose to perambulate through the game the way the designers intended. Mark Zuckerberg. He perambulates too, though not as a human would. Now, joystick movement disabled, so that means this joystick does not move me as it normally would. Let me just check. Am I still streaming successfully? No. Why does it keep doing that? We are live. 20 minutes of live action. Alright. So that doesn't do anything, but the right joystick does do something. You may have also noticed that there is a snap rotation degree setting. It was set to, I believe, 22.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I were to rotate, you see it can snap like that. You can also, of course, just point with the wand, right trigger. You'll face that direction. But there are some little things that they added for increased control over the turning. This game's VR support is just mind-blowing. It's incredible. This is the standard I'm going to be thinking of whenever I play future VR games. It's just that detailed, that good. But anyways, so you may notice that if I slightly, ever so slightly move the stick, I am turning. It's very slow, but I am turning. I am not snapping. But if I increase the amount that I am pushing on the stick, boom, there's a snap. So there's a threshold at which a snap will occur, but below that you can make fine little adjustments in your facing if that's what you need to do. But it's super fine. You can't push that much. And if you want to just keep on snapping, you just do a flick. You'll snap. But there's even more. If I flick and hold, I continue to rotate. So there's continuous rotation if you continue to hold it. It's not just either you're snapping or nothing's happening, as some games implement snap rotation. So I'll be using that to make quick adjustments like that. More text I cannot read, and also one last thing. I hold the grip buttons. The wands activate a little bit. So let's see what else is in this area. Let's perambulate over here. More text I cannot decipher. I don't know if I ever will be able to decipher it. Zenith. And there's a rare example of a UI layer, text layer, texture layer, whatever you want to think of it. So here we can see the sign that I picked. So it created a seal. And now we're seeing how objects can be manipulated. Grip buttons will allow you to hold on to something. And as you can see, there's a little tendril that appears when I point at it with my other hand. And if I grip, I can switch hands. And I can also drop it if I'm a little clumsy. This game also features a very nice feature for when you're using touch controllers, or motion controllers I should say, and you are holding objects. Just throw that shit away, man. Huh? Oh. It respawned. Just in case I lose track of it, I suppose. See if it does it. It's not doing it. Oh, there we go. I guess if you lose it for like 10-15 seconds. Alright, so we've got a pillar of light right here. We've got a symbol that matches this. This disc. This... I don't know what it is, really, but just throw her in, I mean... Uh-huh. It's coming to life. The rock is coming to life. Hello again, old friend. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your guardian, the only truly living thing in this place. You exist now on a higher plane, a zenith of worlds. But worry not. In death, you have much still to do, and I shall be there to help guide you through the scattered pools, rooted in the ground. Now go forth, on flowing tides, towards its Tali Point, an idyllic oasis among treacherous oceans, and discover what it means to be alone again. Man, I'm forever alone. I have nothing to learn about being alone. But I'll go on your quest regardless. I don't know what else to do. Alright. He's gone back into his dormant state. We've got a little holiday cheer in the game right now. Can even sort of wear it as a mask. I'll just play a game like this through the eyes of a pumpkin. Can't see too well, but you know what? Screw that. Get rid of it. Nope, not like that. Like that. Only the knife knows what goes on in the heart of a pumpkin. So those subtitles and the thing that appeared back there telling me what area this was, those are pretty much the only use of UI text layers in the entire game that I have seen so far. Everything else is objects in world, real geometry, made for stereoscopic 3D, just like all these nice particle effects, floating rocks. You'd never notice those floating rocks in 2D. They don't really make an impression. But here, though, like, they are in space. They are in between me and that dormant rock creature. The game is indicating with pillars of light where I should go, but first, let's check out some other lit objects around here. We often do not realize what is most important to us. This is also pretty cool in 3D. This text is all at 3 different levels. I think if I turn my head like this, it might sort of be visible on 2D screen. It rotates to face me, so... Really nice. This swirl here is just one flat texture. The ripples are not in 3D, they're just simulated through light and through distortion. I actually can't tell if these water ripples are real or not, though. Probably not. Hey there. Okay. Beautiful world here. All kinds of light shafts that appear correctly in stereoscopic 3D. They have volume. Sometimes children are the best teachers. I'm not going to be listening to any children about anything, but sure. Do we choose our own destiny, or is it chosen for us? I did not choose this life, so I'm going to go with some degree of destiny being chosen, or at least, if not chosen by a sentient being, then dealt out to you, as if being dealt a hand of cards. This is the hand I was dealt. There's even a saying that sort of lines up with that. To enter the forest, heed this tune. You must collect one shiny rune. All right. So there's another thing over there to read. At this point in this iteration of the live stream, I haven't said everything that I did say at the beginning of my previous one before going into the first world, but I don't know how to do this properly. I wish I had just been streaming the first time. Is death without legacy something to be feared? I don't know, but that is my fate as someone who will die with absolutely no impact on the world. Other than, I guess, I've got some YouTube videos that barely anyone watched, and those will be up as long as YouTube is up. If they don't manage to send automated processes to crawl through my channel and find reasons to give me more community strikes. 2 more, my channel is absolutely deleted. A lot of those videos I don't even have the originals of anymore. So maybe my legacy will be completely 0. Oh shit, I hate this life. This is a shitty life. Let's go into another world and experience another one in virtual reality. Let's go. Giant doors are always awesome. Though I'm not quite sure how these pieces of foliage were growing underneath the giant thingy. I got another pumpkin. Pumpkin. You go. Ooh. Nice. Speaking of ooh, we're about to have an ooh moment by pressing this button. Let's do it. I'm going to stand right here. Whoa! And then it all crumbles. More fake flames. Particles are good though, and I'm hitting the mic. fix that. Let's see about going through. Make sure I'm still streaming. We're good. Or are we? Yep, 36 minutes. So this is a VR loading screen of sorts. Actually, if I walk back here, does it like reset it? Oh, it does reset it. Am I not allowed to look that way? Or I just have to stand here? Okay. There we go. Alright, here we are. I'm very close to the ground again. Oh, the particles. Alright, before we move, every time you load, you gotta do that. It's an island paradise. It's Tally Point. I can feel that the heat is turned on. I hate it when the heat turns on. Just make sure I'm sitting sort of in the center of the view. Alright. So it's telling me to use the grip button.
We were a small nomadic tribe. On these islands, we learned to thrive. We lived in harmony with the land, a people of the sea and sand.
Small tribe. They were very peaceful. Beautiful particles again.
Scouting atop the waves one day, a looming storm swept us astray. We screamed and gasped to stay alive, but in the end, only I survived.
Only Lua made it. Must be her boat. As I said before, the first thing she did upon crash landing as the only survivor, construct an ornate pedestal and then carve some notes into rock. The animation on the trees is so nice. So nice. First puzzle. How do we get across here? Oh, just click the button right there. Why would Lua spend time building a button to do this? And then a mechanism to raise stones? I don't know. I just don't know. Alright, so we've got some more pedestal type things. They've got faint outlines of objects that appear to be coconut shaped. So, let's... Ooh, particle beauty. And now we've got chest. Jump over there. So you can pick up all sorts of things. And of course the game implements throwing. Some shuffling as I walk through the trees. Alright, so here we have a thing. You can place stuff in the thing. And it's like a gravity well that swirls around. Really impressive. Really impressive there. Implementing all sorts of little details, especially... Oh. Hello. Still streaming, still going strong, even though we're alone here in the game. I mean, in the stream. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could hold two objects and crack them together. So this game was only developed by 3 people. Now we'll talk more about what I know of the development of this game, but I don't want to do that just yet. Let's go. Throw a few more coconuts in, just to enjoy that. And then we can actually do some progress. Got a piece of one of those disc things that I got before. So, another impressive little detail. You've got a marker telling you where to go with this. That spawns on the object. Gently goes over there. Telling you what to do. Oops. You can also throw it away if you don't want it. Though a beacon will appear to show you where it is. Oh, let's take this. Oops. Oh. There we go. And the next area is revealed. We've got... This is about where I was at the end of the last stream. Opened this door, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm not even streaming. But I'm streaming now, even though... Okay. Streaming now, even though I have dropped about 1,000 frames so far. That's actually not terrible. Oh. Okay. Let's learn a story.
For days I tried to leave this place, on planks of wood I tightly laced. But every time, as if on cue, a terrifying storm would brew, and darkened skies began to crack as the restless tides drew me back.
Something's keeping her here. Planks of wood, so this must be a raft she constructed. It looks very well constructed. Okay, we got one of these fonts of wisdom, I guess you could call them. Very nice reflections of colored light there. Unreal Engine 4 doing what it does best. Some do their best thinking at night. That describes a guy I know named Budweiser pretty well, actually. That guy's all about night activities. So we got a button. We also got this. Which... Okay, there's an image of a moon there. Some do their best thinking at night, huh? Well, let's do our thinking during the day. For now, okay. Daytime, so the day one will rotate. Seems like we've got crazy high CPU usage right now or something. Music is skipping. Ooh, gate just raised.
Not long after my crash at sea, a sickness crept up over me. A pain which I'd never known. The thought that I would die alone.
Oh, she thought she'd die alone here. Beautiful particles, as I've said before. The particles are actually so fine and so small that the display can't even really show them. They like pop in and out of existence, and I can tell it's the display resolution not being able to display them properly. Ooh, some butterflies. But yeah, I've never been across here. This is all new. Not seen any of this during even my test run or my failed stream attempt. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Same thing. Now, what is this? Is that pineapple? We need pineapple. Oh, please. Oh, no, I can't. Alright, so... I'm getting really hot in here. I can hear the goddamn heat has turned on in the room. I hate it when it does that. Font of wisdom. There is no courage without fear. True. Because you need the sensation of fear to be there to define what it means to have courage, to not have that fear. Probably can't do too much over here. Yeah. It's an interesting type of tree. It looks more like it belongs in, you know, some old growth forest than growing in the ocean. But like I said, 3 developers. I'll talk more about the development of this game at some point. One thing I want to talk about before I end this part of my playthrough is, I can't even remember if I mentioned this at the beginning of this, or if my memory of talking about this was actually entirely from my first stream attempt, but I decided to purchase this game probably 15-20 minutes after I discovered its very existence. And I looked at some videos on YouTube to see more about the game and see, is this really what I think it might be? Is it really like a Myst-type puzzle game, adventure game? And indeed, it was. The first review that I clicked on was from a YouTuber named Jules Enda. I'm sort of guessing that her name is Julie or something. Weird username. But right as I started to watch the video, I noticed it had a really relaxed tone to it, and it was called a chilled out game review of Xing, The Land Beyond. She just has a really relaxed voice. It's not ASMR, or not meant to create any sensations of relaxation, but she's just chilling out as she's reviewing this game for 3 or 4 minutes. And what I was struck by immediately was the way that this young lady sounded. Made me think instantly of Lara Croft. She has the most pristine RP accent, received pronunciation accent I've heard this side of frickin' Romeo and Juliet or something. I don't know. But it's really, just really nice and clean and clear RP accent, which is even better and more reminiscent of Lara Croft than the current actress for Lara Croft in the recent Tomb Raider trilogy. Camilla something or other. Camilla, I don't know. I don't remember her name. But this girl sounds just like you'd think Lara Croft should sound. She sounds like the old actresses for Lara Croft. And I don't know if this is accurate, but this is just my sense, but the way that the new Lara Croft sounds, her RP accent, and I don't know if that's her actual, the way she really speaks. I did watch a video, and she was speaking like RP, but I didn't really hear enough of it to get a sense of all the pronunciations, but I'm getting a sense that some of the younger generation of RP speakers have certain quirks about the way they speak, such as the pronunciation for certain words like there. They'll tend to pronounce it like there. There. Like, it's a lazy tongue, there. There's no attempt to enunciate the R sound in the word. It's just there. But Jules Enda, you can actually hear the R, the there. It's very subtle, very slight, and like, I have a particular interest in accents from the British Isles. So maybe that's why I noticed things like that, and I really enjoyed listening to every single one of her chilled out game reviews that I watched. I mean, they're short videos, so it's not like I watched 20 hours of videos, but I did watch them all and learned about quite a few games that I actually might be interested in looking at some point. Those who explore are often rewarded. You want a conch shell? What a lovely shell! Actually doesn't mind the shell. Alright, we got daytime logo here, so manipulation of whether it's day or night is a feature in the game, I believe. I think we might be coming to a point where we're going to need that to progress. So it's daytime, so I can click on you, right? Another epic doorway, I love those. It's weird, but one of my favorite things about Knights of the Old Republic 2 was just the various really nice door opening animations that they have in the game. It's silly, but it's true. Golden fruit grows nearby. Yes, I need pineapple. There we go. What do you think about this? Yum! Pineapple. Oh, and I just remember. Oh, I'm not using Steam VR, so never mind. I can't do anything else right now. I'm gonna be going up there at some point. Or, I'm going to be going up there at some point. So let's give this thing what it's asking for. Whoa! Particles are lovely. This is how you know developers played their own game in 3D or in virtual reality. When you have stuff like that, that's how you know. But stuff like that is just a delight every time. You got all kinds of particle effects all over. They're just thrown everywhere in the game, and it's awesome.
Hanging alone in the sky, a fate shared by the moon and I, a circle round and glowing bright amidst the stars, my guiding light.
So she grew to love the moon, it seems. It's an odd-looking wall. I wonder if anything can be done with that. Alright, there's the moon. There's a circle here. Nothing doing, though. I don't know if there's a way to crouch, sneak through there, but I don't see any purpose in it. Alright, what do you need? You need some sort of pendant. Let's see what I can do about that. Okay, what is this box? Whoa. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Didn't have to look hard for that at all. Take it. Was that going to turn at night since it's a moon pendant? Oh, that activates the turning of things from night to day. Let's just check the stream status. Still going. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Seamless acceleration of time. But I can get through there now. I can also move this at night, which should turn purple one. The question is, how the heck would I get back over there? And it looks like I need some object anyways. We'll take a look at that later. Just go through the door. Oh, there's the moon. God, this game is just gorgeous. Alright, Lila.
One night a voice was in the air. It beckoned me. Do not despair. With hope restored, I carried on, fighting to live for another dawn.
Someone spoke to her. Particles are so fine, but they flicker in and out of existence because the display just can't handle it. I can't imagine a retina display seeing this. Like, everything is just crystal clear. I mean, it is pretty clear. It's not like I have Vaseline over my eyes or something. But it is, I mean, you can tell. Like, it's a little bit of, not quite blurriness, but just like, I don't know, it's hard to describe if you haven't seen it. There's no screen door effect like there was with the, the screen door effect is there if you really look for it, but you can't really notice it like you with the DK2, but yeah, the Oculus release is definitely nicer screen viewing experience, other than the weirdness on the edges of the view, which fortunately I have been able to get used to. I don't see it as much as I used to when I first donned the headset. It looks like we got a serious puzzle coming up here. So let's see what this is going to tell me. You must make your own path. Oh shit, huh? Oh, but I can change... Excuse me. I can change from night to day. Let's see what he says about coconuts. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Are you referring to your breasts, maybe? Perhaps your testicles, I don't know. Actually, let's... Well, what is that? That's just a tablet, so let's actually go for that first. I like the loading screen that it shows. Yeah, that... No comment on that one.
I resolve to make my way, to travel forth both night and day, using these giant walls of stone to scratch a living on my own.
Alright, she has not given up on life just yet. And that is a jump that will not be possible. Okay, so we actually... Okay, so I need to turn that 1, 2 times. 1, 2, that doesn't work. I think this is my best bet. There we go. Let's just try not to fall off. That would be some noob shit. Look at that. Way too big, but it's cool nonetheless. Looks like we're gonna need a piece of a puzzle to get through there, and we got a locked door. A fire may lift your spirit. Gotta burn this? Please tell me I can pick up a torch or something. That'd be awesome. See a chest up there. That must be where we can get the disc. Or, I don't know what they're called. I need to find what they're called.
If chance my people traveled near, the fires I built would guide them here. Though I was
She set up
sick,
signal fires.
I watched the tide. The ocean seemed forever wide.
Beautiful. Oh, what? Oh, it's a giant fire like thing. Okay. Can I pick up a stick or something? Whoa. I caught them on fire. Can I pick them up? Burning? Burning coconut? Good thing these Oculus Touch controllers don't implement a burning sensation. Here, you can have that. I love tasty coconuts. Okay. Okay, dude. Have another. I don't think I tried this shell. Eh, it's just a shell. We can set up another fire here. Thankfully, they don't make me do the motion. Oh wow, there's more. We're gonna need to light another fire. The bonfire. Let's go get some fire. One thing I'll complain about is I wish this night was darker. I know it's like giant moonlight, but and it's not supposed to be a scary game. I guess they didn't want it to be that dark, but I just like darkness and virtual reality. It really creates a nice sense. So, hello, gentlemen.
Giant heads of men of old sticking out of sands of gold. Their faces keep me company, an endless gaze towards endless sea.
Yeah, we're on Easter Island, apparently. Pretty cool. They are looking out to sea. Moonlight shows the way. Aha. There is a path only visible during the night. Question is, can I navigate over here without falling in? I'm not the most agile dude in this game. Or we can switch it night and day here. Looks like there is a path up there. Oh. Okay. What's that? How do we get over there? I don't think I can. Let's see if anything else changes here. Nope. Gotta head back. It's actually a pretty cool way to move through virtual game world. Oh, those are actually saying fire. Come with me, Mr. Coconut. Is this unlocked? Yep. Aha! There's even a little shortcut to get back here, but... Oh, I need fire. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this throw like an absolute frickin' boss. Never mind. Okay. Well, what are we doing? Computer? I'm holding hot object here. Just lovely. Can't set the forest alight. That would be just too good. Let's get rid of that. And we're gonna have to come back during the day. A run function would be nice, but don't know if I can do that with touch. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So jumping resets its knowledge of you being on the pad. Now let's take a look. No, I don't see any option for that. Function quality low. Turn that shit up, baby. Put on ultra. I think I can do to turn this stuff up. The game looks very different with SSAO off. You can really see the difference. I'll leave it on medium for performance sake. Well, the performance is just lovely. I don't notice any time warps, no jutters, just solid. Uh-oh. Oh! There is a jump assist feature. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is a secret. Oh, I forgot to change the time of day. What am I doing? I don't know if it's a secret or if it's necessary for progress, but I'm gonna do that. We need daytime. Butterflies are only around in the daytime. Pretty legit. Push the button. Change time to night. Puzzles are crazy simple, but they basically solve themselves, but hey. It's just the first level. It's supposed to be a nice relaxing area to get used to playing a puzzle game in virtual reality. It works well. Okay, we need something. Or can I take it? Oh.